How's it going, everybody? It is Dennis, and we're back with another video for the January review of my dividend income and my option income. As always, I do this at the end of every month, and this month we're going over January, obviously, and the recording date is the 31st, so it's the best time to go over it. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. As always, I love being transparent as possible, and this is not financial advice for anybody who might be taking financial advice from this. This is not financial advice. Do not take this as advice. This is just my portfolio and all the things I'm doing. As always, on the left side is my portfolio. On the right side is a real sheet that you can just go over and look as I go through my dividends and my option income. So starting it off for the month of January, we have $1.46 made from DHS. Then we have TSLY, which just paid us $343.21. We then have CONY, which paid us $161.43. With CONY, we did end up selling up the position, as you guys may have seen in the last video, which as always will be in the top right. If you may or may have not seen, my strategy for CONY was to keep it until June or July, wait until the halving happened, but it has been very volatile. It has been dropping in value, and I was not willing to wait until the next dividend payouts and end up losing my capital due to those dividend payouts. So therefore, I sold out while I was in the profits, took the dividends I earned, took the profits I made, the gains I made from CONY going up, and exited the position. So we'll see where that goes later. I'll probably not be entering back into CONY, so you will not be seeing it on the list anymore for the following months. But we'll see. Maybe I go back in, maybe I don't, but I doubt it. So moving on, we have AMZY, which paid $71.39. We have APLY, which paid $62.94. We have GOOY, which paid $13.79. We have Main, which paid $4.99. Stag, which paid $3.92. EFC, which paid $5.59. We have SPHD, which paid $2.73. RITM or Rhythm, which paid $53.03. And then we have DHS again, which tacks on to the previous 146, which paid $4.21. And then we have DGRW, which paid a measly 6 cents. Now, looking over to the sheet, we can see Stag OHI did not pay us because it is a quarterly stock when it comes to dividends, but Stag did pay $3.92, which is an increase from December and a definite increase from November. Then we have Main, which paid $4.99, which was a decrease from December, but an increase from November. But that's because in December they did pay a Christmas and a yearly dividend, so that's quite appreciated. Then APLY paid $62.94, an increase from December, increase from November, but also we had a share increase, so that added on to it. From TSLY, $3.43, decrease from December, increase from November. In January, we have $71.39 for AMZY, decrease and decrease for both previous months. And then we have $161.43 from CONY, increase from the previous months. Of course, more shares were added at the time, and also there was the increase in volatility. Then we have $13.79, increase from $7.48 of December, and of course, shares were increased as well. HTGC did not pay for January because quarterly payments. Then we have $2.73 for SPHD, a decrease from the previous. $5.59 for EFC, a decrease from the previous. $5.67 from DHS, also decrease from the previous. 6 cents from DGRW, decrease as well. SCHH, no payouts, and RITM was a $53.03 payout, which we did not see in previous times because, well, it's a quarterly payout. So how much did we make? If we look at the total we earned from just option income, we ended up making $728.75, an increase from $663.81 and $587.04. Now we move on to option income. All right, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So we have option income. And going straight into it, let's move our graph down a little bit, not to show too much. Oh, all right. So as we can see with RIOT, I earned 1,056. How did I do that? 300 straight out the bat with a put roll, 711 on a covered call roll. Then we have Oh, went a little bit too high. We bought back the 9 contracts of covered calls for 126. Did another roll for 63, or another covered call for 63, and then rolled it up to 108. So we made in total 1,056. Pretty simple. As I said, RIOT I am doing monthly because it is so volatile. But also I'm trying to exit RIOT. As I said, Bitcoin's volatile, RIOT is volatile, and I want to have something a little bit more stable, even though it might pay a little bit less when it comes to the income being made, but at least it is stable and it is safe. So that's where we're moving on to the next one. TSLL. As you can see, Mara is skipped. The reason Mara is skipped is because I am no longer invested in Mara for the option wheel strategy. But TSLL is the new stock of choice that I'm going to be investing in the wheel strategy if I could get this graph to work. And with TSLL, for January, we made $619. And how did we do that? Well, starting off January, we made $63 on a put. We made $69, $4, $42, $6, $208, $3, $116, $4. Then we bought a contract back for $1. Then we bought 100 shares for $9.19. Then we had 40, 34, and 31 to end the month of January. And of course, we had all the canceled contracts right here. That is me trying to do trades today. And they were just not going through for the price that I wanted it for. So ending up with the month of January being at 619 for TSLL for the total of option income, and the total for TSLL at least. And then for the total of option income in general for the month of January, we had 1,675. Of course, way better than negative 100 or negative 1,165 of last month of December, and way better than 1,014 of November. So in total, with dividend income and with option income, so the 728 and the 1,675, we made a total of 2,403.75 cents. A new record. And of course, we could minus the 501 from last month, and it would still bring us to 1,900, still being a new record, beating that 1,601 of November. And even if we did not include the negative, it is way higher than it was in November, beating November by almost 800 worths. So yeah, it is a new record for our portfolio, and it's a good record. I was quite excited when I saw that number myself when I was inputting all the information. So it is a new step in portfolio. Of course, to reach that, I did change up my strategy a little bit. I went full into doing the option wheel strategy. As you can see with CONY, I sold off CONY and put all of that into, I put a little bit into APLY, and then a little bit into GOOY, and also a little bit into option wheel strategy from our contracts. Right now, I am just waiting for, of course, the next month and my outlook on the next month. I'm waiting for RIOT to finally exit my portfolio. I am hopefully trying to leave, not with no losses, with at least my income gain from options, and just sell off my 900 shares for a break even if possible. Of course, I'm waiting on Bitcoin to do a move so that I could do so. At the moment, I'm kind of stuck with RIOT being under my average cost. So unwilling to sell it for a negative. I am waiting till, Bitcoin goes up and RIOT goes up. So for now, we'll be just doing monthly trades. Next month seems like it's going to be a little bit slow. As we can see with this, there's a lot of cancels. Options are just not having a great week, at least this week. And at least Tesla is not having a great week with all the news coming out. But that's other things aside. Yeah, we'll see. Do I think I want to get this amount for next month? Probably not. I think next month is going to be kind of slow, especially with all the news coming out for Tesla, and also with the Fed releasing more information. But we'll see. Maybe once interest rates start getting cut, Tesla will start going up. We'll get better trades, we'll get better premiums, we'll get better profits, and hopefully Bitcoin also goes up with interest rates going down, and we can finally sell off our RIOT position, make our final income from it, and just focus into TSLL and focus into long-term YieldMax stocks like AMZY, GOOY, APLY, MSFO. TSLY right now, as I mentioned in other videos, I'm no longer putting money into. I'm just letting the money do its own work. At the moment, actually, I'm taking out the cash. I'm not reinvesting it. I'm doing that for, of course, tax season coming up, and also to take that money in while waiting for tax season. I'm able to run the option wheel strategy with it, and therefore I am not having it locked in the ETF. I'm having it locked into a contract, which I could always get back once the contract ends on a weekly basis. So that is it. That is my account for January. We are at a new record of 2.4K. Pretty exciting. We'll see where next month goes. Probably, like I said, not going to be that great as this month, but we'll see. Who knows? I might be surprised as I was surprised this month, because honestly, this month I thought I didn't do that well, but obviously I kind of did. So yeah, we'll see you next month. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. That has been my January review for my dividend and option income. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.